Now, Pakistan's Chief Justice faces an existential crisis after the National Assembly passed a bill that aims to curb his suo motu powers. This after former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif and Yusuf Raza Gilani accused the nation's top judges of creating political instability in the country. The Pakistani National Assembly has passed the Supreme Court Practice and Procedure Act of 2023, accusing the apex court of engaging in judicial activism. The move comes after two Supreme Court judges, Justice Saeed Mansoor Ali Shah and Justice Jamal Khan, criticized the scope of suo motu powers granted to the Chief Justice of Pakistan. Members of the Assembly have demanded the court's non-interference in the Election Commission's functioning as well. The passing of the bill has raised hopes for former leaders Sharif and Gilani. Both Prime Ministers faced convictions backed by suo motu proceedings initiated by former Pakistani Chief Justices. The bill has granted both ex-Prime Ministers the option to appeal their convictions with the possibility of a reduced sentence or even a complete overturning of the ruling against them. Another individual who stands to benefit from this bill is former Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan. On the 3rd of April last year, then Prime Minister Imran Khan directed President Arif Alvi to dissolve the Assembly after a no-confidence motion against him was dismissed without a vote. On the same day, a three-bench court set up by CJP Umar Atta Bandail had challenged this move and deemed it unconstitutional, calling it a constitutional coup. These events sparked a constitutional crisis in Pakistan that ended with the no-confidence motion against Khan's passing. Imran Khan was ousted by the Assembly and replaced with Shehbaz Sharif, the current Prime Minister of Pakistan. Imran Khan, however, has been a vocal supporter of the Chief Justice. After the bill was passed, Khan condemned the move on Twitter, calling the National Assembly a cabal of crooks attempting to undermine the Supreme Court. Now, those of you who are just joining in, Pakistan currently is facing an existential crisis for the Chief Justice after the National Assembly passed a bill that aims to curb his suo motu powers. Now, this was brought in by former Prime Ministers Nawaz Sharif and Yusuf Raza Gilani, accused the nation's top judges of creating political instability in the country. Now, it is important to understand that this could be politically motivated because the move comes after two Supreme Court judges, Saeed Mansoor Ali Shah and Justice Jamal Khan, criticized the scope of suo motu powers granted to the Chief Justice of Pakistan. The passing of the bill has also raised hopes for former leaders like Sharif and Gilani. Both were prime ministers who had faced convictions based on suo motu proceedings that were brought in by then Chief Justices of Pakistan. And this bill could grant both the ex-Prime Ministers the option to appeal their convictions. And for more on this, we have Pakistan Bureau Chief Anas Malik joining us live from Islamabad. Anas, welcome to the broadcast. What could the bill mean for the Chief Justice of Pakistan, and what kind of a reaction are you seeing from within the system, political and judiciary?
Well, at this point of time, it is a quagmire. It won't be wrong to say it's an absolute mess that has been ongoing since the past 3 days. This in the court that is behind me, the Supreme Court of Pakistan, where I'm standing, Ananya, we saw that the case that on the PTI petition, it was being heard, and today Justice Aminuddin Khan, who was one of the authors of yesterday's judgment of the three-member bench, which said that the rules need to be clear when it comes to the procedures of the formation of the special benches, and that is why he said he took to the dice and he said that in light of the verdict that he had penned or co-authored yesterday, he cannot continue to be part of this bench anymore, and then thus the bench was dissolved. Now, as I talk to you, there is a meeting that's ongoing in the Chief Justice chambers here in the building that is behind me at the Supreme Court of Pakistan. That being said, the legislation in the house that is right next to me, the National Assembly and the Senate, that has been passed from there. So it goes to the presidency that is behind the Senate, and what remains to be seen is that how soon will the president be able to ratify it and make it into an act of the parliament. What also remains to be seen is the fact that will it be implemented in retrospect, because there are questions or doubts that have been casted with regards to the powers of the Chief Justice and how it has been a quote one-man show unquote by his own fellow lordships. Ananya?
Absolutely. Now, we are seeing a clear link with this bill and ex-Prime Ministers Sharif and Gilani's a possible conviction that they could again retake with the judiciary. So, like so many other things going on in Pakistan even right now, do you see this also to be a politically motivated move?
Well, while it is talked about democratizing the judicial process, it will be seen this particular instance of giving the act and giving the 30-day of right to appeal in retrospect will be seen with malintent or with a political intent, and that is why because largely speaking this gives right to appeal to roughly about 270 odd people who have been affected by the suo moto, by the 184.3 in the past 2 decades. The most number of them being between 2007 and 2012, during the time when Iftikhar Chaudhry, the former Chief Justice of Pakistan, was the then Chief Justice, 200 plus at that point of time. So largely speaking, that retrospect, it being given in retrospect, it would be seen with a malintent, it would be talked about, it would be challenged, and what remains to be seen is how this court would react. Would it uphold the Act of Parliament in letter and spirit, or we previously seen that the Act of Parliaments have been questioned and sent back to the Parliament by the judiciary itself. In the words of the current Pakistani Foreign Minister, who was addressing the House yesterday, he said that they have been subjected to judicial blackmail. So this particular case or this particular nuance where the right of appeal has been given in retrospect, that would of course be seen as a politically motivated move. Ananya?
All right. Thank you for all those insights, Anas. Thank you for getting us those updates from Islamabad.